To start back with you here, as I say, I mean, he really gave quite a lengthy defense of this decision here, putting it in Congress's court. But is it going to convince the public, which seemed to be pretty overwhelmingly in favor of the DACA program?
Well, I think that it's interesting that Jeff Sessions himself made this announcement rather than the president, who is clearly not particularly comfortable with ending this program, but didn't see any legal alternative to doing so. And I do think that most legal scholars say that directive from President Obama would be overturned in court down the road. So they were faced with a very difficult situation, but they have completely punted it to Congress. And it is in Congress where this issue should really be resolved.
Well, Kevin, now the question is, of course, will it be resolved? How will it be resolved? We talked earlier to a Democratic congressman from Arizona, Ruben Gallego, and he said this was an act of cowardice by Trump. And he also, although he, of course, wants to come up with an alternative, said that Republicans have been talking about comprehensive immigration reform for years and nothing has gotten done.
Yeah, I think stylistically, to piggyback off of what Marty was saying, that this fits a broader trend of what we have seen the president do in terms of announcing incredibly controversial policies, including the transgender ban on military and folks serving in the military, in which he did that in a tweet. And now, of course, with DACA, the president awarding it to Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who did not take questions on a policy that would impact more than 800,000 Americans, many of them known as dreamers within various circles. So a lot of uncertainty on many Americans today as a result of that announcement. But if you look here in Congress at where this debate is headed over the next 6 months, let's be frank here, we have not heard much about immigration reform, with the exception of building the wall. We have not heard anything really about comprehensive immigration reform as the president had campaigned on. And so with DACA being rescinded, he's starting the clock on 6 months. And there is a moderate path forward. Whether or not it gains traction is anyone's guess. But Senator Lindsey Graham, a Republican, has joined Senator Dick Durbin on announcing a proposal that would really allow these dreamers to gain access as Americans, to become American citizens, should they pass a criminal background check and should they also decide to volunteer or to join the military. So there are some moderate conversations being had. That said, of course, given the current political landscape here and the climate, with Democrats pouncing on this already, you're hearing from Richard Trumka, big union leader, denouncing this immediately, as well as other Democrats. It's anyone's guess whether there really is enough to find any type of common ground.